Part of the ARB Off-Road Racing Series is obviously the Glendaren Auto Parts Motorsport team. And we've got the guys here, Darren. So you've got a bit of a racing history, haven't you?
My first race ever was in 1978 at Sea Lake. So I've been here quite a number of times and raced here for quite a number of years and never won the race. So that was very disappointing, but got a lot of seconds.
And what sort of car were you campaigning back then?
Oh, back in the day I raced a Rivmaster and then of course I changed to a Cheneth and then I retired and we had a bit of time off and then we went go-karting and kids grew up and decided to go into another sport, and all of a sudden I said, what do you want to do? And they said, after go-karting, let's go off-roading again, Dad. So that's it.
Yep. So Daniel, how long have you been off-road racing now?
This year's my 4th year. So.
Yep. And enjoying it?
Yeah, definitely. It's been a long road to get to some sort of success that we've had this year, so It's been a hard journey.
Yep. So you campaigned in the ARB series last year, and where'd you finish?
We finished 3rd in the series. So
and 3rd in class, obviously?
Yeah, really good. So.
Yep. And how'd you go with the Prologue today?
Today, on pretty tough conditions that I haven't driven on before, we prologued 2nd, so we're really happy with that.
Yep. And in the Dash for Cash, a little bit of a win there, so you'd be happy with that to start off?
Yeah, we had a win in the Dash for Cash today, so we walked away with a bit of money and put some smile on everyone's faces. So.
Did he do all right, Luke? Was he playing the game well?
Yeah, he was all right today. The conditions were tough today, and it was very greasy, especially after reconnaissance this morning. We knew it was going to be greasy. It probably wasn't as bad as we first thought it was going to be, so there's a few seconds we could have made up here or there, but overall it was a pretty good lap, and it got us into the Dash for Cash, and we're there.
Yeah, excellent. Because we don't have a great finishing record here, do we?
No, in the 4 years that we raced here, we haven't actually finished a lap yet, so we're looking to just circulate tomorrow and hopefully be at the pointy end of the field by the time the day's out, and maybe have a bit of silverware to go with that. So.
And the recon this afternoon, how'd you find the track out the back there?
The track wasn't too bad. It gets a bit dusty and dry in the last section of the track, but the first section of the track's my favourite, being a bit more technical and a bit more of a driver's track. I seem to enjoy that a bit more in the other years that I've been here. So
you'd find yourself a little bit more comfortable in the car this year, you would say?
Yeah, I found myself really well. Me and Luke communicate very well, so we're circulating at a good speed generally at most races.
So it was fairly consistent in the prologue this morning? Yeah,
the car's been good. We have really great prep with all the boys, the team that we have here, so hats off to those guys, really. They're the ones that put the car in the condition that gets us up the front every week. So.
Tell us a little bit about this car, because it's actually fairly special, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a Abundance and Special, being built in Las Vegas by a guy on his own, I believe. And it's the only one in Australia, so it's quite unique. You won't see one anywhere else. Yeah, we put a lot of work into making sure the car looks very simple and clean at all times. So,
So Daniel, what's some of the highlights of off-road racing have been for you?
Well, so far this year, we started off the year with a bang. We had a win. We had a top prologue at Griffith this year, and we came out with a win, which resulted in 3 times in a row at Griffith. So it was good to put a few tears on my dad's face, seeing a good success like that. And of course, I can't forget a couple of years ago I got to ride in the car with my dad here at Sea Lake, so that was really special. Yeah, that was really special.
Did he still have it then?
Well, I can't really judge because I haven't been racing that long, so we'll just...
He said I'd lost it, but
you'd lost it.
But I tell you what, we finished.
And that's
Daniel hasn't finished, but we finished.
We finished. That's a little bit of a dig there. Young Daniel's been racing for a little bit now. What's some of the highlights been for you?
Oh, well, 3 in a row at Griffith. Fantastic. We went there. He won 2 years in a row, and I just thought, gee whiz, are we going to win for the 3rd year? And when he won for the 3rd year, I did actually tear up a little bit. But
proud moment.
Oh, absolutely proud moment, and with Daniel, like he puts in everything. He goes to the gym and everything, and he gets. This year, for this race, he's got a fast haircut. So just pull that hat off, Daniel.
We're not
talking So we got Daniel with a pretty...
we did notice the racing stripes on the side.
So this year, I must admit that fast haircut's made him a lot faster today, but we just hope he's a lot faster tomorrow.
Very good. And you were also talking about earlier about racing together.
Yeah.
How was that?
Well, see, I hadn't raced for about... 15 years. And when we bought this car, my 2 kids were only this big. So till one day, when you get old enough, we'll have a race together. So consequently, what I did was my daughter, who's 1 year older than Daniel, which is actually Luke's wife.
Like keeping you in the family?
Yes, that's right. This is a whole family affair. And so I said, well, you guys, I want to take you around with me. So I made a comeback. So I put my daughter in with me for the first 2 laps on the Sunday morning. We did 2 laps around, nice and easy. And then in the afternoon, I put Daniel in with me, and all he did was bag me all the way around how slow we were going. But I said, at the end of the day, Daniel, we'll have that bit of paper to say that we've done 4 laps around here. And it was great for us to get a photo with the 3 of us with that bit of paper to say four laps around Sea Lake. So it was a really great weekend, wasn't it?
Was good.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the essence of the off-road racing fraternity. I mean, everyone you speak to, it's all family orientated. I mean, family with kids and, you know, fathers like yourselves that have been, you know, obviously campaigning for a long, long time, and your sons are now racing. And the same with the Browns and all those sorts of people as well. So
it is a real family affair.
Yep.
And of course, Luke has married into an off-road family, so all of a sudden he's in with Daniel. So, you know, and they do very well together, and they bounce off each other really well together. And as we've seen today with the prologue they put in and the Dash for Cash, they've done extremely well. And we are keeping our fingers crossed for tomorrow.
Well, Glendale Auto Panels Motorsport, I mean, obviously a very family orientated business, and a team that really enjoy what they're doing and have a massive passion for it.